Hi, I'm Doron Weisbarth with Weisbarth & Associates, and welcome to my April 2026 market update. Just when it seemed like the world might finally be settling down, even for a moment, the local, national, and global craziness ramped up again. To the long list of crazy news, we can now add a war in the Middle East, a rising energy costs, a slumping stock market, and elevated interest rates. Great. So, how does all this affect our real estate market, and especially your ability to buy or sell a home? Well, as it turns out, buyers may be settling in, even if the world around them isn't. If you look at this chart, you'll see something pretty surprising. Pending sales, homes that received an offer and are waiting to close, depicted here in orange, rose sharply in March and are now higher than at any point last year, including the usual peak months in the second quarter. They're up 47% from last month and about 5.5% higher than this time last year. Inventory levels have also increased by roughly 50% year over year. And with such a large increase in inventory, you'd expect to see an easing in home prices, but that hasn't happened. Median sale prices, depicted here in dark blue, are very much on the rise, and median days on market dropped from 10 days last month to 7 days this month. Now, all of this follows the exact market pattern that we've seen for over 15 years now. And again, this is all despite all the worrying headlines. So, what is going on here? My hypothesis is that the usual surge of buyers who entered the market at the beginning of the year ran straight into that lower inventory level that we see every year. As a result, many of them found themselves in multiple offer situations, losing out on one home after another. So far, this follows the annual pattern to a T. But you see, by the time the bad news hit, the buyer's mindset had already shifted towards making a purchase, and so they persevered despite all the negative headlines. At some point, their need for a good home simply outweighed their fears. And that may be the most interesting part of what we're seeing right now, because not that long ago, buyers would have been spooked by far less dramatic events, often bringing market activity to a halt. Today, something different seems to be happening. The need for a good home appears to be outweighing the uncertainty created by all of the unsettling news. You see, life keeps moving forward. Families grow, jobs change, and plans don't always wait for the perfect conditions. By the way, if you want to take a closer look at this data and see the full analysis, you can find it in my April newsletter, available online and for download for free at weisbarth.com/newsletter. That's weisbarth.com/newsletter. So the question becomes, is this just a moment, or is this becoming the new normal? Well, time will tell whether this trend continues, but we should have a clearer picture over the next month or so as the spring market unfolds. In the meantime, one thing is becoming clear. Even in the face of uncertainty, buyers are not standing still. In many cases, they're moving forward anyway because they've realized that the cost of waiting has become greater than the cost of acting. So, if you're thinking about buying or selling this year, or if you know someone who is, this is actually very good news. This spring is shaping up to be very much in line with the normal trends that we've seen for many, many years. And the important part is that early in the cycle is often when the best opportunities appear. My team and I use real data, proven systems, and on-the-ground experience to help our clients position themselves ahead of the market, not chase it. And remember, when you work with us, you're also helping support Akin, an amazing nonprofit that helps kids and families in need thrive. Your business and your referrals make a real difference in the community, and we're incredibly proud to be part of that mission. For a no-obligation consultation, or if you just want to explore your options or bounce around some ideas, reach out by email, text, or my favorite, a good old-fashioned phone call at 206-779-9808. That's 206-779-9808. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more updates. And be sure to check out the full April newsletter at weisbarth.com/newsletter. I'm Doron Weisbarth with Weisbarth & Associates, and I will see you next month.